Hello, and welcome to Making Sense of It. I am Mona Duncan, and this program is our gift to you from the Glasser Institute for Choice Theory, where each week someone presents a concept of Dr. Glasser's, who is the founder of reality therapy and choice theory and lead management. And I am your speaker for today, Mona Duncan, and we're going to be talking about lead management. So, and how it differs from choice theory and reality therapy, or how it complements. So here is a definition that Dr. Glasser gave in the Choice Theory Manager. It says, if we look at our successful companies, we will find that they have taken management for quality very seriously. In doing this, they have discovered that they must focus on the workplace more than on the work itself or in the individuals itself. So far, it has not worked that way. This is because without choice theory, most managers find it almost impossible to conceptualize a quality workplace. As long as we lack the vision of a quality workplace, we will never achieve the level of quality we must achieve to be competitive in an increasingly competitive world. And the concepts behind choice theory is that we are all making choices and that we are responsible for every choice that we make, and to be worthwhile about that. Anyway, in qualifiers to learning choice theory is anyone who is capable of learning. And that is definitely a large percentage of us that are capable of learning. And then also the need to know what it is to make a choice. And I suggest from very, very young age, we know how to make a choice between this or that, or between something else, and kind of knowing what is fair. It's something that we come programmed with. It's internal and knowing. So I want to start off with looking at the fact that in the definition, it talked about how that won't really have good quality work unless we have the idea that sometimes we need to make changes. And thinking about what would you do? Because change demands change. And whenever technology changes faster than human adaptation, and it does. And going back to cell phones, it's become pretty widespread worldwide, but yet there's a lot of us that find it very difficult to go with the new modern technologies. And I think of AT&T and how who was the world leaders then, had to make some really quick changes in order to accommodate the customers that were being phased out, as well as accommodating the customers that were being phased in. And so disruptive technology displaces established assumptions that we think, well, the bank will always do this, the store will always have that things will always go that way. But although worlds change and businesses change and cars change, and there's all kinds of things, and the major changes that can be disruptive. But the thing of it is that man's basic needs never change. Our needs, we always have that need to accomplish and to love and belong and through being a part. So some of the qualifiers of lead management, part of that would go with the definition, is that it is an approach, a professional leadership approach, that it is working with employees so that they can be cooperative and productive in building relationships with them. It is employees beginning to feel ownership of the business and having a willingness to make this company his company. That is more than just a job. It's her company. This is what I do. It's not just something that brings home a paycheck. It's something that's also meaningful, and I'm helping people, or I am producing a quality product that is meaningful. It is looking at management and employees all cooperating in times of dispute And you get together and you collaborate and cooperate with one another and talk it out so that the relationship remains whole and intact. Lead management is applicable to every part of life, not just in the workforce, but also in all areas of life. Business skills are learned that are relationship building, collaborating, and connecting. And then also it translates to schools, to treatment centers, to counseling, to civic, to parenting, and beyond. So the clarification of lead management from reality therapy or from a counseling would be that in reality therapy, the counselor or the helper is the one that is working to assist the client to get what they want. But in lead management, the collaboration is for a win-win solution with management and with employees so that everyone can get their needs fulfilled. Lead management applies when counselors or teachers are working with involuntary clients or involuntary students. It's knowing how to manage with them instead of just being that boss management that says, this is what you will do, what you have to do. In lead management, the person using the technique has the agenda, and this can trickle on down. It definitely needs to be explained whenever you're in the hiring process, but then it can trickle down to be learning what the rules are or what the lead manager wants something, while simultaneously recognizing the wants of the individual or the group with which they are working. So it's realizing that because it's, and here's some more of the foundational concepts. We'll just go with those. Lead management was adapted by the concepts of Dr. W. Edwards Deming, and how that during World War II, Japan was rehabilitated because of his concepts of lead management. And then that it applies, Dr. Glasser took it and applied it initially to school, the school system. It places a strong application on intrinsic motivation, the fact that we know what we want to do and what is meaningful for us from deep down inside. It includes everyone in the new culture from the top down and the bottom up so that everyone is applicable. Everyone is knowledgeable. Work is seen as being needs fulfilling. There is low competency that is not looked at as being failure. It's looked at as the fact, well, you need more information or more training. There needs to be something there. And knowing that quality work feels good, that you may be tired, but still there's just something that's really feeling good about the quality. That individuals will cooperate. You know, we can set an atmosphere, setting an atmosphere where I just think that whenever I share something that's going to encompass a change, that everyone's going to cooperate with me, and that we can keep our friendship and not break things apart. And that all of our relationships that we are building with our co-workers and employees and customers and clients and retailers that come in and bring things to us, suppliers, that relationships are based on trust and they are handled with mutual respect. And discipline problems are pretty much eliminated. There may be some incidences that the continuing ongoing is definitely eliminated. Hiring, initially on hiring, there is full disclosure. The skills in persuading workers are not, they're without threat or coercion, and you are invited to accept the manager's agenda, to accept what the motto of the business is, and to work hard at it and to do a quality job. It also is to establish boundaries, that the lead manager is to disclose who you are, what you stand for, what you will ask of the individual, what you will not ask of the individual, what you will do for or with the individual, and what you will not do for or with. So it's setting those boundaries in a respectful situation. And then it's that leaders will not criticize, will not ask too much, and will not be coercive. That lead management is a need satisfying experience and environment. And it is a needs established environment that is conducive to change, where if I'm not quite biting into it, I can get to the point because of the integrity of the business, the way it's run. Each worker is asked to do their best and to self-evaluate, am I doing my best? That each worker is asked to do work that is useful and that is worthwhile. That each worker will evaluate their own work and take the initiative to improve it where needs be. That the workers are encouraged to share their work to obtain feedback from their co-workers and from management. And that sharing of information promotes a learning atmosphere where that creates cooperation. And lead management just leads to more effective businesses. It leads to happier employees, and it leads to more productivity. So thank you for being here today, and many blessings.